delivery services, they've been around for quite some time and I think they're a really cool idea. They basically work that they deliver you ingredients and a recipe card and you can cook a meal from scratch and you get exactly the right amount of ingredients so that you have less waste and you have fun different recipes each week. Now, there are a lot of meal delivery services out there and I know that there are quite a few that are highly sponsored and I always see online. And I tested one a few years back and I had a lot of comments about how it was really intriguing and people were always tempted to try them out but they didn't know if they were worth it or not. They didn't know how the subscription services worked. So I thought I would test the top 3. So I've got my laptop here and I'm going to find out what the top delivery services are. And there are so many around. I think that HelloFresh is probably definitely going to be up there, and HelloFresh is so highly sponsored. I've used it once and I wasn't thrilled with it, so I feel like giving it another go might be a wise idea to see if it ends up being any good or not. And they always have lots of different deals on and they just seem to sponsor every single influencer I've ever seen. There are lots of articles which have all the different meal delivery services, and the one that I am seeing come up the most is HelloFresh, the second one is Gousto, and the last one I've seen is Mindful Chef, which I actually think always comes up as an ad for me on Instagram. So we are going to wait for our parcels to come. I'm going to order the food. I think you get to pick your recipes, and if you don't pick in the allocated time, then they just send something right on over to you. So I'm going to pick my recipes because I want to make sure that I'm getting recipes that I actually really like. This is the first meal box delivery service that we're going to be testing out, and this is Gousto. Our family have tried Gousto quite a lot, and personally I think it's my favourite meal prep that I've ever tried, because they actually have a lot of variety for the recipes. Like, there are so many different types of recipes. I think they have something like 60 different recipes each week, whereas a lot of the other meal prep ones only have like 5, and then each week it feels like it's the same. Like, not to name a specific meal prep, but one of them it feels like it's literally just a protein and potato wedges and then some sauce every week, whereas the Gousto ones actually have a bit of variety. The annoying thing about Gousto is you have to get 4 recipes a week. That's the only one you can do, and you can either only get 2 people or 4 people. So it would be better if there was like a bit more variety in that respect. Got creamy harissa, charred pepper and prawn spaghetti, smoky chicken goulash with rice, smoky basa stew with lemon and crusted ciabatta, chicken pad thai with chili and garlic oil. They're all really good, and also I personally think they're very good portion sizes. So what I'm going to do is, from each box I'm going to test out one of the recipes. So I'm just going to do this with the recipe things, and I'm going to chance it on one of the recipes that they have. So let's see what we're going to have tonight. Let's hope it's something delicious. What one is it? We're going for the creamy harissa, charred pepper and prawn spaghetti. Gousto don't individually prep your recipes into each bag. They do it like this. So we've got all the like spices and herbs in here. You've got the veg this side, and then under here are the things that need to go into the fridge. So we've got our meat and our fish. Okay, this is what the recipe page looks like. You have everything that you need to cook, and you've got the time of how long it takes, everything like that on there. And then the recipe is really simple, and I really like that they have pictures as well. It's time to make dinner. I'm actually going to make 2 because we have not got enough if I just make one of them. The charred peppers and spaghetti and the smoky basa stew, which should be simple. It's literally just following some ingredients on a recipe. So I'm going to get cracking. Time for a cooking compilation. Are you ready? Let me hear you say yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, first step, boil the kettle. They were literally so flippin' easy. I've actually made 2 recipes in about 20 minutes. Prawn pasta, which looks so flippin' good. Smoked basa stew. So I'm just dishing up the prawn pasta. And look how much there is in here. Bear in mind this is for 2 people. I feel like it just keeps coming and coming. I feel like it's such a good amount. So here we have the smoked basa stew. And then over here we have the prawn pasta. Mm-hmm. That's yummy. How do I know if this fish was cooked? Mum, is that fish cooked? This is good. It didn't look much, but I actually really like it. Smoked bass stew. It's supposed to have dill in, but I thought...
I'm really enjoying the prawns. Really just elevating this to a whole new level.
Yeah, it's nice.
Which one's your fave?
Yeah, the green stuff.
Really?
Yeah. I really wanted some prawns in my mouth, so I was pleased about that.
Doesn't Gusto slay?
Who's the person that I always think of?
It just
when I hear
brings
the word
variety.
slay?
Santa.
No.
Okay, the next meal delivery service that we have got is HelloFresh. Now, HelloFresh I feel like is the one that most people know about, and they always do discount codes and things like that. And what they do is they portion up everything into one bag, which is actually handy because you don't have to faff around like looking through the box and stuff. So today, I don't actually know what is in this recipe. I don't know where the recipe card is, but I'm gonna do whatever one this is. 2 yellow peppers, 2 packs of noodles. What is this one? We may have encountered an issue.
There's 4 people.
So all that it was sent were 2 big bags. No, they haven't. We're missing a full recipe. So I chose 3 recipes here, as you can see. This spiced salmon rice, spiced pork noodles.
Good, is it?
Pork and pepper tacos. They haven't even sent the pork. They haven't sent anything on here. And they haven't sent this whole recipe. Wow, they've messed with the wrong person. Imagine you've gotten home from work and you're waiting for your little recipe box and you're like, it's fine, I don't have to go out tonight because my recipe box is here. And you're missing all your ingredients. I don't even have enough to make the recipe. Okay, so I went on my HelloFresh account and it is quite easy to report when things go wrong. But I reported that I had a whole recipe missing and I also have the pork mince and on both of these recipes missing, and they have refunded me £9 to use on my next box. But to be honest, I don't want £9 on a next box. I feel like I just want to be fully refunded because at the end of the day, now I have to go out and buy mince for these 2 recipes, which is just a bit of a pain in the backside. The whole deal with these is that they're supposed to be easy. And I have heard from some of my friends that they have also experienced that with HelloFresh before. So I'm gonna have to go out and get some pork mince, but I can't be faffed to do that tonight, so we're just gonna put a pause on these recipes. Okay, this is what we are gonna have today for dinner. The bulgogi pork and pepper tacos. These are all of our things, which there is a lot of plastic, like these potatoes do not need to be in plastic. And also, it's interesting because I think this is all their own branding. Let's get cooking, baby. I've got to preheat the oven and it's time to make some wedges. Where have they put the potatoes in a bag? Overall, I wasn't that greatly impressed by HelloFresh. I think the main thing which obviously set it off on a bad foot was the fact that a whole recipe wasn't included and I had to get all of the meat and some of the other ingredients, which I feel like, considering they pride themselves on being easy and convenient, it wasn't very easy and convenient. And I also didn't really love how a lot of the things, it wasn't like cooking it from scratch. So the recipe we're making here is the pork bulgogi wraps, but everything was kind of made from like a pre-made sauce. It wasn't like you make the bulgogi sauce, which a lot of the other meal delivery services, you kind of make it from scratch and it feels a lot more fun. But I suppose if you just want ease and convenience, this might be good for you because then you've just got the sauces and everything ready to go. But it doesn't really sell itself to being super fresh like its name suggests. There we go. These are the tacos. What do we think of them?
Love it.
Good meat flavour.
You like it? You like the bulgogi? Or the actual meat?
Barbecue-y kind of flavour to it, like the fajita flavour, but it's better than the fajita flavour.
Really? I wasn't sure if everyone would like it. Do you think it's enough, portion-wise?
I think
Bit
it's
small.
I'm really hungry and I feel like I've had one and I feel quite
I've meant before, I've done 5.
I have to say though, it was really delicious, and if you're looking for a super quick, easy meal, then HelloFresh would probably be your best bet, but it was just not for me. The last delivery has arrived. This is the biggest box ever. This is a Mindful Chef, and it actually says on the side, the UK's highest trusted recipe box. I like the branding though, I really like that. Full-blown booklet? Oh dear. I don't know if you can see, but the salmon is open there. I don't know if you're supposed to use it, are you, if it's been like unsealed? Then I assume it would have been just sealed today. So I feel like it should be okay, right? So I guess we're having salmon today. This is all supposed to be like really high quality and it's quite expensive. So this is all like free range chicken. We've got steak. Steak, people. And we have the recipe bags for each meal. I quite like this because instead of getting the recipe cards, you have a whole magazine of the recipes, which is good because then you also can find other recipe inspiration. So say you see a meal that you like the look of, you still get to try it, which I think is really cool. Okie dokie, I am going to make this one for lunch. I wasn't actually feeling this one, but I'm going to have to do this one because this is the one that uses the salmon. This is quite different from the HelloFresh one in that you actually like make everything from scratch. Whereas the HelloFresh one, obviously you have the bulgogi sauce already made for you. Whereas this is like make the miso marinade and you have to use the lime and the maple syrup and all that jazz. So it's a lot more from scratch, which I feel happier with. I have got meal 17 ready to rock and roll. Let's check that we have everything in here. We've got a little note. What does the note say? Oh, okay. We've got a product substitution. Red cabbage for sweetheart cabbage. That's all right. Don't you worry about it, my dolls. I am prepping the salmon. I've just made the miso marinade, and I have to say, the quality of the food is lovely. Like, I'm just gonna put 1/3 of the miso marinade on top. I feel like this is gonna be absolutely delicious. I love this because it's always recipes that I would never try. Like, I would never try and make miso salmon. I didn't think it was a thing. But here I am, absolutely chomping at the bit for it. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Grating is the worst job in the kitchen. You could say that it is grating. It grates on you. It really does. I hate it. It takes so flipping long. Slowly but surely. The one thing I will say about using these meal prep services is they always seem to use loads of equipment and pots and pans. I feel like there should be a one pot service recipe because I've got now a saucepan, I'm gonna have to get out a frying pan. There's just so much. We've got our slaw ready. Fried rice, broccoli, and then the salmon in the oven. Bye! This looks delicious. Probably my favourite looking meal box I've ever seen. And there's so much. Look how we've got like full on good old sized portions and all this slaw to keep us going. Of all the recipe boxes I've tried so far, just from this, I haven't tasted it yet, this is my favourite. This is really flipping good. I'm really enjoying this. This tastes, I genuinely think it's one of my favourite recipes that I've ever had in a meal box service. I need to try the other ones because maybe we just hit a home run here. But also the salmon's like really good flavourful salmon, and I normally burn and cremate salmon, so normally it's a bit dry, but it's still juicy even though I've burnt it to a smithereen. So, approval, thumbs up. Okay, we have now tested out all of the subscription boxes, and I have to say that the Mindful Chef is definitely my favourite in terms of food. I really liked it. I found that it was recipes that I would never normally try, but it had a lot of variety. It was really delicious, really good quality products as well. I just think it was really, really good. It is on the more expensive side, so I'd definitely say with the discount code is the way to go. But I really liked it. I do also really flipping love Gousto. I think I am a ride or die Gousto lover. It's a little bit cheaper than Mindful Chef, and they have so many recipes to pick from, and the categories that they have are really good. Like they have 10-minute meals, family ones, and if you've got like picky eaters, because I feel like the Mindful Chef one maybe isn't good for families or picky eaters and things like that. Whereas the Gousto has literally something for everyone. Whereas Mindful Chef I feel like is if you like to cook and like to explore new things, whereas Gousto is a bit more safe. Some pre-done elements, and then it has some elements which you have to make from scratch. Whereas HelloFresh to me is a bit of a letdown, I'm not gonna lie. The meal was really nice. It wasn't super fresh, which is ironic considering it's called HelloFresh. I just didn't love it, and I know that a lot of my friends who've used it have been disappointed as well. I just feel like for the price and the name that they have, I feel like there should be more recipe variety, better quality products, and at the end of the day, they literally didn't send me a whole recipe and also all my meat. So I will say HelloFresh is a no-go for me. Don't really like it. Whereas Gousto and Mindful Chef, I can give a thumbs up. Have you tried any of the meal subscription services before? What ones did you like? Would you recommend any? Let me know any videos that you want to see from me. Bye!